And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jake with Reverse Engineering, and in today's episode we are going to be focusing our attention on the inside of the car. We are mainly going to clean the inside, remove the airbags. As it can be seen, we still have the car on the frame machine. Reason being is we're still waiting for parts, and before we take it out we have to fit on all the fenders, the hood, the bumper, and check those body lines. As soon as we get that done and weld back that apron, we're going to take it off the frame machine. And now the fun part starts. Let's remove the airbags. This is what I'm using to cut them off with. We have placed this initially under the headliner, so we had access to get inside the car, but right now we're going to take it off and just chop it off. This knife cuts really nicely into this. It cuts into it like water. Look at that, John.
Go as high as you can.
You want to grab it from here? Here, grab the knife and cut it. I'll hold it for you. You make sure you penetrate all the way. Hold on a second. Let me remove this out of the way and cut it out. Oh yeah. I have just removed half of the curtain airbag, but we still have to remove the other half, and we'll do that when we take off the headliner. Alright, so remove the airbag. The way we remove this, it has some ports here in the back, one on each side, opposite. And once we place a screwdriver, pass me a screwdriver and see if we can take this off. Alright, so that's the next piece that came off. Now we have to remove these wiring connection.
Are they actually melted or not?
Yes, they melted. So the reason these airbag connections melted is because whenever this car got into the accident, a chemical reaction formed inside this airbag inflator, and it got hot enough to melt these, so we're not going to be able to use these. We'll have to buy new ones.
before we remove the new airbag, we'll have to remove the seat because anyway, it's got a blown airbag to it.
So the driver's seat is super easy to remove. It's bolted down on 4 15mm bolts. Alright, so we have removed the bolts off the frame on the seat, and before we take it off we still have to remove one of the wiring connections, and it's this one here. Let me see how well. Okay, snapped out, perfect. Okay, since we have removed the driver's seat, we have a lot more space here to remove this knee airbag from the driver's side. It's probably bolted down in a few bolts, 2 to 3 bolts. Now with that knee airbag out of the way, we have to move here and remove this seatbelt from the driver's side. We gotta take off these covers first, and then take off the bolts that's holding it in place. Then you'll finish taking the driver's seatbelt off, and both the seatbelt and the tensioner are deployed, and we have to send it in to get them reset.
Okay, now that we finished removing the seatbelt, we can move on to the current airbag. We have to remove this sun visor, this pillar, some pillars over there in the back as well. I have to vacuum this glass over here from the windshield because it was busted up, to remove this so the glass doesn't fall down.
So here are all the airbags. Driver airbag, knee airbag, the seat itself, and the curtain airbag. Which one did you think it was the hardest to remove it, Jacob?
The most difficult one to remove it was this one because they had these bolts. They were kind of hard to get to, and also this one. Okay, so let's take these out of the way and start removing this airbag from the seat. All right, John, you gotta help me with this one. Let's take this off first.
Now we finally removed the last airbag.
We are running out of juice on this battery, and so I'm gonna go and charge it and get it a fully charged one. We have just finished vacuuming the inside of the car, and right now we are going to wipe everything down with a wet rag.
We still have to vacuum the dashboard because there's a lot of chips, broken glass.
We have finished wiping down the inside of the car, and now it's time to apply some shine on it. what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spread this armor all onto my rag. I'm not gonna spray it onto the door anymore because it's gonna go all over and it's gonna spray onto the glass, and I don't want that. It's a lot easier just to spray it on the rag and then wipe it throughout the door. Door number 1 done. Let's move to the next door. Man, I like the way this shines. Come here and check it out, John. What do you think? It's really nice. Especially on black, it makes it shine, it makes it pop.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It can probably not be picked up on camera, but
Yeah, for sure.
camera does no justice. Alright. Last door, done. One last thing that I want to mention about this car is that I have not removed the SRS module, and that's because I did not get a chance to check it with my own tool and see if I can wipe the coat or not. The reason I haven't done that is because when this car got into the accident, the fuse box broke and some of the wires broke, and if I were to turn on the vehicle, I might burn some of the modules, and I do not want that. And so what I'm gonna do right now is once I get that fuse box fixed, then I'll check and see if I can wipe the codes from the SRS module, and if I can't, I'll send it out to someone that can do it for me.
Thank you all for tuning in. That's it for today's episode. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Also follow us on Instagram at ReverseEngineer1. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like so. See you guys next time.